everybody, I'm Joel, your host, and this is special co-host Meg. Welcome everybody to the 9th annual Joel Homie Show Christmas Haul. Me and Meg are very happy to be here with you guys today and celebrating this incredible holiday, and I sincerely hope that all of you had the merriest of Christmases and you got to spend valuable time with friends, family, relatives, pets, and whoever else makes this sort of season go around for you. For anyone that hasn't seen any of these videos on my channel before, as the name entails, this is where I share with you guys everything that I got for Christmas of that year. This year, of course, 2025 is coming to an end, and formally 2026 is about to step in the door. And I want to shamelessly take this spot here in the video to plug the 2025-2026 New Year's live stream that I will be starting on December 31st at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will end it sometime on January 1st, 2026. This year, like the last, I will be playing Minecraft on my SMP with some friends and whatnot, so I hope that all of you join, and you can say something in the chat, and we can all celebrate together and have a merry New Year, which is not really a saying, but a Happy New Year. There you go. So yeah, without further ado, let me go ahead and pick up the camera, and I will show you guys everything that I got for Christmas of 2025. Alrighty, so the first thing to take note of here is that the haul has increased in size considerably compared to last year, and while that is something that I am beyond thankful for, and I cannot even begin to exaggerate how thankful I am for everything that I've been gifted this year, it does also mean two other things. The first one is that, one, I have a lot more stuff to find places that I have to store now, and two, I have a lot more stuff to show in this video now. So I'm going to try and speed through and gloss over as many things as I can, which I wouldn't usually like to do, but in the name of making this video as not boring as possible, we gotta try and keep everything a little bit tidy here. So the first things I want to mention that are sitting here on my bed is a couple of Kit Kats, and you might be wondering what's so special about these, that they're sitting here with like the much bigger, grandiose gifts. These are English Kit Kats, or British Kit Kats, that my grandmother on my father's side brought over from England when she visited for Christmas this year. And these, long story short, are absolutely incredible tasting. So much better, like miles better than what we have here in the States, in America. Very yummy stuff, and I love it when she mails these over or when she comes over to visit. She always makes sure to bring these, and she's been gifting these to me as long as I can remember, so massive thank you go out to her. And then right next to it, we've got a couple of Matchboxes that my mother got for me, and the reason she got these for me is because these are models of the same type of car that I just bought for myself for my birthday this year. I bought my dream car, a 1980 AMC Eagle, and I just cannot believe I found a very good deal on Facebook Marketplace and snatched it up. So now not only do I have the real deal, but I also have some relatively new Matchbox, and one of them actually came in a pretty cool style box. If I can get it to stay there. Okay, stay. We have one of them that came in a Power Grabs box. And then right here, we have a couple of things that kind of go back to my stepfather. He got me a couple of World of Tanks pins. Very thankful for those. We've got a TOG 2 as well as a M4 Sherman. Very cool stuff. I love having pins around. I've got cork boards all over my room, so these are a very welcome addition to the collection. And the other thing that goes back to something that my stepfather got for me many years ago is this LEGO Speed Champions set 77240, the Bugatti. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce that word, but this set my mother got for me this year. But the reason I mentioned my stepfather is because many years ago, in I believe 2018, my stepfather got me the first Lego Bugatti that came out in the Speed Champions lineup, I believe. And even when he got that for me in 2018, it had already been retired and was already worth quite a pretty penny. So massive delayed thank you to him for getting me that all those years ago, and massive thank you to my mother for paying attention to what I was yapping about in conversation one time. I didn't even know she was going to get this for me, so massive thank you go to her. And on the topic of Legos, we've got Lego City Set 6407, the double-decker sightseeing bus that my little sister got for me, my little sister Joy. Very massive thank you to her, and this will definitely be going alongside my 2018 triple-decker Harry Potter bus. And then we've got a couple of tools here that are definitely going to come in handy when working on the Dream Studio and Workshop series. And a little insight here, the area that I live in may or may not have just undergone a massive storm, and the big dead evergreen tree that used to stand behind the Dream Workshop and Studio shed may or may not have succumbed to the weather, and you may or may not be seeing a lot of, well, cleanup work in part 3 that'll definitely be coming out sooner rather than later now. But yeah, so my father was kind enough to gift me a it's like an awesome little kit here. And the part number for this kit is DCF 840D1. And this comes with a impact driver, 2 amp hour battery, a carry-on bag, as well as a charger. All stuff that's going to be very, very useful when working on the shed, like I'd said, as much of it now needs to be worked on quite a bit more as, well, a tree fell on it. And then my grandmother, my father's mother, the same one that got me these Kit Kats, was kind enough to get me a matching bit set. So a massive thank you to both of them for getting me that. And then next to it, we have a little piece of the first transatlantic telecommunications cable. This essentially was used for transmitting Morse code via telegraph communications, which is why I said telecommunications. And this is a little piece of it that was cut out and put in this little case. And my stepfather gifted this to me. So very, very big thank you to him. A very nice little sticker there too, made in the US. And this goes right alongside some of the other cool stuff that I've got. Like I have a little piece of coal from the Titanic that was recovered from the Titanic wreck. So this will definitely be going alongside that. And then next to it, we have a mug with a cute little raccoon that my grandparents got for me. And alongside that, everything that I am wearing, also my shirt, which I don't even know if I can get it all in there. It says official sleeping shirt, I think, or something like that. And my grandparents decided to theme a lot of their gifts that they got me this year after being like raccoon themed. So you'll kind of see that pop up again later in the video. So we've got the shirt and the pants that I'm wearing, as well as this mug. And then next to it, we've got LEGO Speed Champion Set 77 24-2. And I also have LEGO Speed Champion Set 77 25-0. This one is from my grandmother on my father's side, and this one is from my father. We did a little exchange with this very set. This is the same as sort of livery of F1 car that he's had Technic versions of for a very long time, and I grew up looking at them. So this livery of F1 car is very nostalgic to me. So I wanted to get one of these for Christmas, and I kind of hinted at him that if he got me one, I may or may not get him one as well. And right on top of it, we've got a pretty funny thing that happened. We've got a couple of Coca-Cola semi ornaments, and one of these I bought, well, actually my grandmother on my father's side bought it for me when we went to a Christmas shop in a little village, sort of like mountain village, and she got this for me, and because she wants me to start a memory tree where all of the ornaments on it are strictly ones that come from special people in my life, such as relatives and whatnot. And this one I decided to get just because I like the Coca-Cola semis. They're also something very nostalgic. I grew up with a little toy version of one of them. And just a couple days later, when Christmas came around, I opened this up, another Coca-Cola themed semi-ornament that lights up, and this was pretty funny because she found it relatively amusing that I got that, and well, when Christmas came around, I found out why, because she'd already gotten me another one. So massive thank you go out to her for both of those. And then right next to it up here, when we're kind of talking about this, we've got LEGO Set 40746, Santa's delivery truck. And right next to it, this is something I actually want to save, but moving down, this is undeniably one of the most special things here. Moving down, we've got the Atari 2600 Plus and the Pac-Man, well, I don't really know if livery is the right thing to use here, but the Pac-Man theming. And this is a new version of the Atari 2600 Plus that just came out. And yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. Atari still exists. It's kind of like the same situation with Polaroid. It's not necessarily the same company anymore, but the name is the same, and the people behind it have very, very good intentions of, you know, retaining that sort of heritage, I suppose, that the name has. So very, very cool stuff going on with Atari, and I'm very, very happy that they decided to release a Pac-Man version of it. And alongside that, there's also quite a couple special versions of the joysticks to go along with the 2600 console. So we have a CX40 Plus wireless joystick in the Ghost edition. We have the Blinky one, and of course the console itself comes with the Pac-Man version. And then we've got the Clyde, Inky, and Pinky ones for the other Ghosts. So very, very cool stuff there. And then right underneath that, we have a Vire, I believe that's how you pronounce it, portable air compressor. And this is another one that my stepfather has had for a while. I don't know if it's the exact same version, but extremely well-made compressor. I've borrowed his a couple times, and it's treated me very well. So I'm very, very thankful to my mother for gifting me that. And then on the topic of my stepfather, once again, he gifted me a Vivitar Instant Print camera. And this is really cool because it prints onto thermal paper, also known as, you know, receipt paper. For anyone that doesn't know, the way that receipt paper works, it isn't actually printed on as much as it's just very delicately heated up in particular spots. And then right below that, we've got a Minecraft logo light that is kind of going to go along with a Pac-Man light that I've had in my room for quite a while. And my grandfather on my mother's side gifted me this, and he thought it'd be something really cool to put in the background of my videos. So massive thank you go to him. I didn't think he'd even have the sort of stuff in mind when getting gifts for me, because, you know, video games and grandparents don't usually overlap, but yeah, massive thank you go out to him. And right next to that, and on either side of these are two very special things that I have to mention. We have Lego City Set 7897. This is simply named Passenger Train, and this is the very first Lego City passenger train that was ever released. And right over here, Lego Set 7898, which is, you know, you'll notice that these go right along with each other. Their set numbers are corresponding. This is the very first Lego City freight train that was ever released, and these are very, very cool little pieces of Lego train history, I suppose, and they are both complete. These are already opened, but the boxes are still in very nice condition considering their age. These both came out in 2006. Quickly looking at some of the smaller things here, we have a Fallout Tubes Nuka-Cola T51 rubber duck. That is super cool. My mother gifted me this along with both of these Lego City trains. I cannot wait to review these because you betcha both of these are getting full dedicated reviews. They're already built. I want to take them apart, clean and detail the bricks, put them back together, review the sets, do a full special video for both of them. And yeah, so keep an eye out for those. And as well as Lego set 40744, which is Christmas ornament selection. These she actually gave to me a couple, like a day or two before Christmas, and I just set up a larger Christmas tree in my room for the first time, well, for the second time, but for the first time in quite a while. So having more ornaments to choose from, let alone Lego ones, is pretty cool. And then right here in the middle, we have the Lego Pixar lamp that my grandmother on my mother's side gifted me. So massive thank you to her. I really, really like this model. And just like that, we've almost taken a look at everything sitting on the bed here. But right before we get to the very special things sitting there in the center, there are two more things here that I want to quickly take a look at. And these are both, I was going to call them plushies, but they're more or less just full-size stuffed animals, handmade stuffed animals that my mom got from a local craft fair. And they are beyond soft, very, very nice. So we've got one of Orange Bird. It's an older Disney character, and I'm not too knowledgeable on that character, but I believe he's from some older Disney like cartoons and whatnot. And then we have a very, very soft and adorable purple moose. I like his little brown sort of tie that he's got on there, and then he's got some really, really cute antlers. Yeah, so we've gone through just about everything sitting on the bed here. Except for that. That is a very, very special gift that my mom got me this Christmas. And aside from all the other extremely special things that everyone else has gotten me here, this Santa Fe Super Chief is something that I undeniably was, to say the least, very, very overjoyed to open up. And yeah, so this is a Lego train set from 2002, so right along the sort of same era as these Lego City trains. This is from a short run of Lego train sets that they actually branded and did collaborations with, which is pretty cool because as you can see here, usually Lego sets aren't branded like that. They just are, well, Legos, but this is a interpretation of a real train. The Santa Fe Super Chief ran between the late 30s into, I want to say as late as the late 70s, and they hauled streamlined stainless steel modern sort of passenger trains, and they also did freight service and whatnot. But they are, to say the least, very iconic. And of course, just like these two Lego City trains, I want to give this its own dedicated video where I take it apart, detail the bricks, clean them up all nice. And if I can, I want to try and get a remanufactured sticker set for this because some of them aren't in the best condition anymore. The other thing I'd like to do is convert this to Lego's 9-volt system that they had for the Lego trains around the time when this was released, and it's what this is meant to be converted to if you wanted to give it the ability to, you know, be self-propelled. You can also install lights in it and whatnot, and the 9-volt system is the same exact as these. The track is the exact same, except it has metal on the rails, and the wheels on the trains have little metal contacts similar to that of a model train, where the wheels are made out of metal, and so are the rails, and the power is transmitted through the rails, and then it goes up through the metal wheels and contacts inside of the locomotive and whatnot. So speaking directly to you, Mom, yeah, thank you so much. I love you. And yeah, now that we've finally taken a look at everything sitting here on the bed, we can finally move down to stuff sitting on the floor. And the first thing here is a Arc Captain welder, and I don't remember the differences between MIG and TIG welding. I know one of them you've got the welding rod, and then the other one you've got the nozzle that propels its own wire that you use for welding. And this is the one with with its self-propelled nozzle that spits the wire out. And I can't remember if that's MIG or TIG welding. I'll put it right here, which one this is. Anywho, so we've also got the welding helmet, and my mom once again got me both of these, so a massive thank you goes out to her. And then right on top of it, my grandparents on the mother's side got me a auto-ready auto safety kit that comes with a little tire inflator, some reflective triangles and whatnot, so thank you to them for that. And then right here in front of these couple of boxes, we've got a couple of steel signs that my grandmother on my father's side got me. So I've got a Peaky Blinders sign as well as a train parking only sign. So these are pretty funny. I really like this one a lot. And this one definitely will be going somewhere. I love the Peaky Blinders, and I love dressing up with a couple buddies of mine and trying to go for that entire vibe. So thank you to her for getting me those. And here we've got some stuff that my Uncle Glenn got me, so massive thank you to him for getting me these. These are some Woodworkers Guild of America DVDs for general carpentry. Lots of stuff that I really like to educate myself on how to use properly, and I don't have any doubt in my mind that this stuff will enable me to do that. So once again, thank you to my Uncle Glenn for getting me these. And then right back here in the corner, I've placed some of the stuff. I'm going to scoot along here. I've placed some of the stuff that I've gotten in my stocking underneath the tree here. And we've got the N-Scale Bachman Thomas and Annie and Clarabelle running around the tree this year. So I set them a little bit slow so they weren't too noisy. But yeah, they're chugging along just fine. Look really, really nice. But yeah, so here's some of the stuff that I got on my stocking. So if you ever wondered what type of stuff pops up in my stocking, we've got a Christmas-themed Slim Jim. I already ate one of them. So good. I love Slim Jims. And then we've got some Snickers, Kit Kats, and some little Kinder Joy eggs, which aren't really real Kinder eggs. The real Kinder eggs that they sell in England are so much better. And then moving to the left, we've got a couple of smaller fire extinguishers that my grandparents got for me. I've been mentioning for a while that I really want to start carrying some fire extinguishers in my car with me. Anywhere I go in a car, I always have a fire extinguisher with me now, because on 2 separate occasions, my cars have essentially started on fire. One did actually catch on fire, and the other one, I believe, a solenoid just burnt out. I'm actually yet to investigate what caused it, but yeah, lots of smoke, not really fire, but still, it would be a peace of mind to have fire extinguishers around. And then next to it, we've got one of the odder things that I asked for. This is just kind of something that I had on the top of my head when my mama happened to ask what I wanted for Christmas. This is a spin mop and bucket. And this is a off-brand version of the, I don't even know what brand makes this, like, that is popular for making these. It's the red kind. But anyways, this is, yeah, you put the mop inside that bucket and you push down on it and it goes and spins, and it, you know, cleans itself, as opposed to having to do it the old-fashioned way in the sink. And then right on top of that, another thing from my mom here is a premium all-weather protection vehicle cover. And like I said when I was talking about these Matchbox, I just bought the real version of this car. Very, very old, all original. Paint is completely original. It's still in very nice condition. So I want to keep it under a cover as much as I can, and since I don't have access to a garage or anything like that. And then in front of that, we've got some Rock Dove slippers. It's actually the ones that I've been wearing the entire time of this video. So everything I have on, with the exception of my flat cap, has come from people that have gifted me stuff this year. So massive thank you to everyone that has put clothes on my back today. And then on the topic of flat caps, there is actually one that I got from my stepmother Karina. So, and also I didn't mention this earlier, I don't know why I said it differently, but my stepfather Steve got me those. The same guy that helped me with the original YouTube channel those while back. I don't know why I didn't mention his name. But yeah, so my stepmother Karina got me this hat. Very, very lovely there. Or my father and my stepmother got this for me. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce the name. Chergi? I don't know. I'm American, so I'm stupid. I don't know how to pronounce words. But very, very nice leather flat cap, and I really like these styles with the button in the middle, but this one's a little bit small, so they're in the process of exchanging it, but I wanted to still feature this and thank them for getting it for me. So there it is. That is what it's going to look like, but, you know, just a little bit bigger. So over here, the other couple of things that we've got is a 7,000 lumen flashlight. And here, let me blind you guys real quick. Yeah. Oh my god, this thing would probably catch its own box on fire. I have to remember how to turn it off. There we go. So I blinded myself with that when I first turned it on, when I first opened it, and oh my lord, that thing is definitely going to be useful for whenever some random like stuff is going on in the middle of the night and I just need to go outside. That will light up everything around me. And then on top of the vehicle cover here, We've got some Maltesers, mini reindeers. These are more candies from England that my grandmother on my father's side brought over. And then we've got a little journal that my mom got for me. Very, very nice, like embossed steam locomotive graphic on the front here. And then the last couple of things here is some jackets. And of course, we've got Meg hanging out on one of these. Gonna say hi, Meg? Yes, she is. The tired girl. The tired little baby. Yeah. Anywho, so we've got this one that came from my mother. Very, very heavy jacket, just like the kitty that's laying on top of it. Gotta roll her over. I want to say it's pronounced Jax out of New York. And yeah, very, very nice. It's got like the fur inside of it. And then the other one came from my grandparents. It's a Redhead branded one. And it's pretty interesting. Very first piece of clothing I have that has both a hoodie and a collar. Pretty funky looking, but really, really cool. So thank you to my grandparents for this one, and massive thanks to my mother for this one. And then the last thing here is a blanket that my grandparents got me. And like I said earlier in the video, a lot of the things that they got me is all kind of raccoon themed, like the pajama pants that I've got on, the shirt, as well as that mug that I showed earlier. And one thing that they got me was a raccoon themed blanket. So massive thanks to my grandparents, my mother, my father, stepfather, stepmother, and my grandmother on my father's side. Yeah, just absolutely incredible. Wow, I'm mixing up my words. Absolutely incredible the amount of things that I've been gifted this year. And I don't know if I really deserve it, because all I've really done with my life thus far is normal, go to school, whatnot, do a little bit of college, and YouTube. That's it. So, long story short, if you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more of my content going into the future, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell if you'd like to see said content as soon as it comes out. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one.